I'm Sheila Johnson, CEO and founder of Salamander Hotels and Resorts. I got into this business in a very strange way, and I was introduced to a piece of property from the Harriman estate. A broker took me up there, and immediately, as soon as I went up on the property, the most beautiful property that I've ever seen in Virginia, I decided to build a hotel. Yeah, this is actually the third act of my life. In the first act of my life, I was a concert violinist. I taught young people and I actually performed. The second act was starting a cable company called Black Entertainment Television, which was launched in 1979. Then sold the company in 2002 to Viacom, and I decided to take a 2-year hiatus and figure out really what I wanted to do. And I decided that I was going to get into the hotel business. And the reason why I did that is because the hotel business and the cable television business are very similar. They're a lot of fun. I'm always entertaining people. There are so many parallels to all of this. And I just thought this was the perfect segue into Act 3 of my life. You know, it's really interesting that when I moved to Middleburg, Virginia, I bought a farm, and the name was Salamander. It was started by a man, the farm actually was owned by a man by the name of Bruce Sunland, who was shot down during World War II as a bomber pilot. And he was captured during the war along with his unit, but he was able to escape. He then briefly fought for the French resistance, and then the United States asked him to please go back and rescue his unit. And they gave him the code name Salamander. So when Bruce Sunland came to Middleburg, he actually named his farm Salamander. And when I met Bruce Sunland, I asked him if I could use the name and what did it mean. And he told me the whole story. And for many people out there, they don't realize that his life story is really the Hogan hero story that we've seen on television. And he said that he was more than happy that I could use that name. And I said, well, what does the salamander mean? And he says it's the only animal that can walk through fire and still come out alive. But in truth, even if you chop off the salamander's limbs, they regenerate. And King Louis XIV also had salamanders around his moat, which stood for perseverance, courage, and fortitude. And you know, since I was in the third act of my life, I thought this was a perfect name to brand my hotel company. You know, what really excites me about the Salamander Resort and Spa, it's really the journey, the story behind it. How we really were able to position the resort, not just on the property, but also position it into the town of Middleburg. And I think it's just going to be a perfect backdrop to the town. Not only are we going to be able to bring tourists here, destination tourists, but we're also going to be able to help the town and the community. And I think really, I'm passionate about that. I care about the people. I care about the people that live in the town of Middleburg. And I think what's most exciting that I'm able to offer this. But we're going to have such exceptional programs up there that I think that not only our destination clients are going to take part in, but even the community at large. We're really going to focus on health and wellness, and we're also going to really focus on 5-star luxury. And to be able to combine the two is, I think, is going to be really unique and really exciting. I think from the very beginning, when I had the vision to build the Salamander Resort, I really based it on how I live from day to day and where I live. I have an extraordinary house that I completely renovated and designed myself. And the design of the resort is very similar to my personal home. And when I have people come to this resort, I want them to feel a part of my world. I want them to be able to step through those front doors and feel like I've come home again. I want them to experience something that is so different. And when they walk around that resort, they're going to see my personal touches, from my photographs to some linens that I've designed, items in the gift shop that I personally have designed. They're going to feel my presence whether I'm there or not. It is my thumbprint that I am trying to give as a gift to the world.